What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the 444 Philly Fan Podcast. It has been way too long since I have did one of these, and I'm excited to be back and better than ever. The Sixers yesterday, what a win. What a win. A statement game, if you will. 131 to 111, Sixers smoke the Toronto Raptors in Game 1, and I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Obviously there is, but you know what I mean. There's not a single player last night that was better than the sophomore Tyrese Maxey. That kid is unbelievable. And the funny thing is, two former Sixers helped us get Tyrese Maxey. Markelle Fultz, he was the pick. He was the pick in the Markelle Fultz trade. And Mike Muscala hit a huge shot for the OKC Thunder when he was playing there. And it helped us move up in the draft to pick 21 to take Tyrese Maxey. This kid is insane. Markelle Fultz is what Tyrese Maxey is. Maxey is what Fultz was supposed to be. And it's a beautiful thing. It's insane to think that Tyrese Maxey, this kid is 21 years old, dropped 38 points in a playoff game. His first game ever starting. He was unbelievable. Pulling up from deep. He was making threes. He was driving to the hoop. He was making crazy and one. He was just unbelievable last night. And without Tyrese Maxey, the Sixers don't win last night's game. It was just a beautiful thing to watch, and I love Tyrese Maxey. I don't think there's very many people that don't love Tyrese Maxey, if there's any people at all that don't like Tyrese Maxey. I don't know how you hate the kid. He's fun to watch. He's young. He's electric. He knows how to play to the crowd. The kid is just, he is Philly. He is such a Philly athlete, and I love that we have Tyrese Maxey here in this city for years and years and years to come. And hopefully, he helps Joel Embiid and James Harden get that NBA championship. Maybe not this year. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying. I want it to happen. Everybody in this city wants it to happen. And it was just a fun game last night. I was in attendance for that, watching Tyrese Maxey. I was going crazy, screaming at the top of my lungs for this kid that just knows how to play the game of basketball so well. And I love the kid. I truly do. And I'm so happy that we have him. And I'm proud of this kid, Tyrese Maxey, and just the way that he has done everything, through adversity this year, taking a big step in his NBA career at such a young age. He's still, again, he's only 21 years old. He's taken a huge step, went from 8 points last year to 17 points this year. He started every game that he could this year, and he's become a fan favorite, and I'm very happy for the kid, and I love Tyrese Maxey, and I know a lot of you out there do as well. Now let's get into some other people. James Harden. James Harden was very good last night. I mean, yeah, he was missing some shots and he was going into the paint and not getting some calls that, he used to get or whatever. But, whatever. He shot good from three yesterday. He made 4 of them. The passes that this guy makes, he had, 13, 14 assists last night. I mean, this guy, he is a floor general, and he can shoot. And when he does score, it makes this game, it makes the game flow, and it makes it so much smoother out there. And, you got to love adding a guy like James Harden. I was off of YouTube for all that. But obviously, I've been watching every game, Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, and Flyers. I have still always been a diehard Phillies sports fan. And just because I wasn't posting about it doesn't mean that I haven't been watching and I haven't been, talking about it with my friends and everything like that. But, James Harden, when we did get him, it puts you on the map of this team could potentially win an NBA championship. And James Harden is the perfect guy to play with Embiid. He gets him open, as Embiid has said in the past. He gets Maxey open, Tobias open looks, and, more to come on Tobias in a couple seconds here, because that guy was phenomenal last night. And if Tobias Harris plays like he did last night, teams better watch out, because now you have 4 guys that could put up 20 points at any point in time and sometimes 30. but just putting that out there. But James Harden last night was everything that I wanted. He doesn't need to be the star player, and I think everybody knows that Joel Embiid is the number one player. He should be the MVP this year. He's been the best player in basketball all season, but, he'll probably get robbed because, they hate the process. But, that there's more to come on that video anyways. We got tons of videos coming out over the weeks. I'm not going to do a Phillies one, but I am doing this Sixers one, and I will do a Phillies one tonight after their game. I was at the Sixers game, so I didn't get a chance to watch that last night. But the Sixers were it was a great win. That's really all you can say. 20-point win, very comfortable. Doc Rivers playing Paul Reed, you gotta love that. Shake Milton with 10 off the bench. Paul Reed, he comes into the game, we're up by 8. He leaves the game, we're still up by 8. That is all I want. That's all I need my backup center to do. Is just give Joel Embiid some time to take a breath, and then it just happens. Then you can put him back into the game, and we're still having a lead. So on to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris was absolutely phenomenal last night. 25 points. I mean, the dude was just making shots. He was getting wherever he wanted to go. He looked good, and that is exactly what we need. We need a guy that is going to look good as a fourth option, third option, whatever it might be. He scored the second most points on the team yesterday with Maxey leading the way with 38. But Tobias Harris, if he plays like that, teams better watch out. The league better go on notice to say that, oh my God, the 76ers have now 4 guys that are turning up into the playoff series. And, we're going to be tough to stop if that's the case. Joel Embiid, he's the MVP of basketball. He should be, but he probably won't be. You know the saying, they hate the process, trust the process, whatever. But they do hate the process. Let's just get that out of the way. Embiid didn't have the greatest game yesterday. 19 points, 15 rebounds. He was very active on the offensive rebounding department. He got into it a couple times with a couple guys. Siakam pushed him, and, it's the playoffs. There's high motor, there's high energy, but that's what it's all about. The playoffs are so beautiful, and you love the game of basketball, and the playoffs is the best time of year to do that. And, there was high emotion in the game, and, prayers up to Scotty Barnes, by the way, before I forget about that. But prayers up to you, Scotty Barnes. You never want to see a player get injured. It was not on purpose. Let's clear that up now. It was not on purpose. It was a freak accident. But prayers to him, and hopefully he could return this series, because you never want to see an injury. Let's be honest here. You never want to see an injury. But yeah, Embiid didn't have the greatest game, but it was nice because he didn't need to have the greatest game in order to secure the victory. We won by 20 points, and Embiid only had 19. Obviously, if you take Embiid off, more players aren't going to get open, because how many double and triple teams did Embiid draw yesterday with only having 19 points is still crazy to me. And Embiid has become that much of a better player to where when he is, not scoring the ball, he can find the open man. He can get the other teammates involved, and that is what has been so good about Embiid this season. He had a couple really good dimes yesterday. One to Tobias Harris. You love to see it. I mean, the guy has matured himself over the years. His game has matured, and that's what it's going to take to win a championship in this league. You need your stars to be the stars that they are, and whether it's scoring the ball, passing the ball, rebounding, defending, whatever it may be, Joel Embiid is all of that, and he has proved that time and time again, especially this season and last. He has looked like the best player in basketball. Him, Giannis, Durant, Jokic, Curry, those guys. But Joel Embiid has put his name into that conversation of the top player in the NBA. And, when you have a guy like that on your team, anything is possible. And now you're giving him another top 10 player with Maxey and Tobias, sniffing the top 30s, stuff like that. But Tobias and Maxey, if they play like that, I don't see anybody beating us. I mean, we looked unstoppable yesterday. Embiid went out. The Raptors went on a little run in the third, and then Maxey just took off, and he was phenomenal last night. I can't get over the fact that Tyrese Maxey just looked as good as he did last night in his first ever starting playoff game. The kid shines in big moments. And, stuff like that really does do a lot for your confidence and he has the entire city behind his back. And I'm excited for Game 2. Game 2 is on Monday, 7:30 in Philadelphia. I'm excited. I know you guys are. Today we got Phillies and Flyers, if anybody's going to watch that. But again, Sixers get dub 131-111. Game 2 tomorrow, 7:30 in Philadelphia. We got the Phillies and the Flyers today. You love to see it. Let's go Sixers, baby. I love it. You love it. Let's go. Have a happy Easter, everybody. Prayers to Scotty Barnes. Let's go Sixers, baby. And I'm out. Finally returning, but I am now out. Peace, everybody. Have a happy Easter.